White made a move. Rook e4. Pause the video to analyze black's next move. Rook takes e4. Pawn takes e4. King e5. King g1. King takes e4. King f2. Pawn f3. Pawn takes f3 check. King f4. King e2. King g3. King e3. King takes h3. Pawn f4. Pawn takes f4 check. King takes f4. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. Black just played. Rook takes b5. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Black is preparing to play. On d4. Rook d8. Rook takes e5. King g5. On b5. Rook takes d4. On f6 check. King g4. On h5 check, and seize the initiative. King h5 was chosen by white. Rook b6. On f6 check. Rook takes f6. Pawn takes f6 check. King takes f6. King g4. White is looking to play. King f4. King e6. Rook b8. King d6. Rook takes b7. On f6. Rook takes h7 and put immense pressure on the opponent. King e5 played by black. King f3. King d6. Rook f8. White might go for rook takes f7 and secure a stronghold in the game. King e6 played by black. Rook b8. White intends to play. King f4. King d6. Rook takes b7 and take decisive advantage. On h5 move preferred by black. Rook takes b7. On h4 white is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook d2. Pause the video and try to find black's next move. White is setting up to play rook takes c2 and gain a significant edge. Rook takes d2 was chosen by black. King takes d2. King f5. King c2. King takes f4. King b3. King e3. King takes b4. On f5. King c4. On f4. King c3. On f3. King c4. On f2. King d5. Pawn promotes to queen at f1. King c5. Black is in a commanding position. Let's go to the next game. White just played. Pawn g4. Pause the video and try to predict black's next move. Rook d5 check. King c3. King f3. Black is looking to play king takes e4 and seize the initiative. Rook a4 played by white. On e4. King c2. On e3. Black is setting up to play. On e2. Rook a1. King f2. On g5. Rook takes g5. King d3. Pawn promotes to queen at e1 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook a3 move preferred by white. Rook e5. On g5. King f2. On g6. On e2. Rook a1. Pawn promotes to queen at e1. Black intends to play. Rook c5 check. King b3. Queen c3 check. King a2. Rook a5 check. King b1. Rook takes a 1 mate and gain a significant edge. Rook takes e1 was chosen by white. Rook takes e1. King d3. White's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Rook takes h4. Pause the video to spot white's next move. On f6. White might go for On f7 check. King d7. On promotes to queen at e8 check. King d6. On promotes to queen at f8 check. King d5. Queen e6 check. King d4. Queen takes g7 mate and secure a strong hold in the game. On takes f6 played by black. On takes f6. Rook f4. Black is preparing to play rook takes f6 and gain a significant edge. Rook e6 move preferred by white. Rook f5. Rook d6. Rook e5 check. King f3. King f7. King f4. White wants to play king takes e5 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Rook e2 played by black. Rook d8. White is preparing to play rook f8 check. King g6. On promotes to queen at e8 check. Rook takes e8. Rook takes e8 and seizes the initiative. Rook takes e7 was chosen by black. On takes e7. King takes e7. Rook a8. White might go for king e5. King d7. Rook takes a 7 check and secure a strong hold in the game. King d6 played by black. Rook takes a 7. King d5. Black is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. Rook b3. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Rook g8. White intends to play rook takes f8 and gain a significant edge. Rook fb8 move preferred by black. Rook takes b8. Rook takes b8. King takes c3. King d5. Rook b2. White considers playing rook takes b8 and dominate the board. Rook a8 move preferred by black. Rook b5 check. King e4. On e6. On takes e6. Rook e5 check. King f4. King takes c4. Rook c8 check. King b5. White is aiming to play rook takes e6 and increase their advantage significantly. Rook d8 move preferred by black. King c5. Rook f8. Rook takes e6. King f5. White has a decisive advantage. Let's go to the next game. Black made a move. King b4. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Rook c7. White is aiming to play rook b7 check. King f4. Rook takes b1 and secure a strong hold in the game. King b3 move preferred by black. Rook b7 check. King c2. Black is aiming to play rook takes b7 and gain a significant edge. Rook takes f7 played by white. Rook b4 check. King d5. On a4. On e6. White is planning to play on e7. Rook b5 check. King c4 and gain a significant edge. On a3 played by black. Rook a7. Rook b3. On e7. White considers playing pawn promotes to queen at e8 and establish a winning position. Rook e3 move preferred by black. On f5. King b2. On f6. White considers playing rook takes a3. Rook e1. Rook a4 and secure a strong hold in the game. On a2 move preferred by black. Rook takes a2 check. King takes a2. On f7. White is planning to play pawn promotes to queen at e8. Rook takes e8. Pawn promotes to queen at fx e8 and take decisive advantage. Rook takes e7 played by black. Pawn promotes to queen at f8. Rook d7 check. Black has no response. Let's go to the next game. White made a move. Rook e2. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. White wants to play rook takes h2 check and seize the initiative. Rook takes e2 move preferred by black. King takes e2. King g6. King d3. King f7. King e3. King e6. King d3. King d5. King c3. On h5. On takes h6. On takes h6. King d3. On h5. Black is aiming to play. On h4. King e2. King e4. On d5. King takes d5 and gain a significant edge. King e3 was chosen by white. King c4. Black's idea is to play. On h4. King e2. King takes d4 and take decisive advantage. King e2 was chosen by white. King takes d4. King f2. King e4. Black's idea is to play king takes f4 and increase their advantage significantly. King g3 move preferred by white. King e3. Black is looking to play. King e4. King h4. King takes f4 and take decisive advantage. King h4 played by white. King takes f4. King takes h5. White has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black played. On a5. Pause the video to find out white's response. Rook h6. White is looking to play rook takes c6 and establish a winning position. Rook c8 was chosen by black. Rook a6. King b3. Rook takes a5. King b4. Rook e5. Rook g8. King e4. King c3. King f5. King d4. Rook b5. Rook f8 check. King e6. King c4. Rook a5. King d3. On g6. White is setting up to play. On g7. Rook g8. King f7. Rook takes g7 check. King takes g7 and seize the initiative. King e4 move preferred by black. On g7. White's idea is to play. On promotes to queen at gx f8. King e3. Queen a3 check. King f2. Queen c3. King g1. Rook a2. King h1. Queen c1 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Rook g8 move preferred by black. King f7. White intends to play king takes g8 and establish a winning position. Rook b8 was chosen by black. On promotes to queen at g8. White is setting up to play. Queen takes b8. King e3. Queen g3 check. King e4. King f6. King d4. Queen b3. King e4. Rook a4 mate and gain a significant edge. Rook takes g8 played by black. King takes g8. King d4. Black has no response. Let's go to the next game. Black played. Rook takes a7. Pause the video to figure out white's next move. Rook takes a7. King takes a7. King d3. White intends to play. King e4. King b6. King f5. King takes b5. King takes f6. On e4. King f5 and seize the initiative. King b6 was chosen by black. King c4. On f5. King d5. On f4. King takes e5. On f3. Black is preparing to play pawn takes g2 and secure a stronghold in the game. On takes f3 was chosen by white. King takes b5. On f4. On h5. King f5. King c4. King g5. King d3. On f5. White is setting up to play king takes h5 and gain a significant edge. King e2 move preferred by black. King h4. White is planning to play. On f4. King f3. On f6. King e3. On f7. King d4. On promotes to queen at f8 and establish a winning position. King f3 move preferred by black. On f6. King g2. On f4. White considers playing king takes h5 and increase their advantage significantly. King f3 move preferred by black. On f7. White's idea is to play. On f5. King f4. On f6 and increase their advantage significantly. King takes f4 was chosen by black. On promotes to queen at f8 check. King e3 white has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game.